As a coaching organization, we do so many of trust workshops, right? I have often wondered that what happens to these organizations in terms of trust once these interventions are over.
I think good question, because trust is a very important topic that we address, especially when it comes to teaming, and we do a lot of
Yeah,
teaming
yeah,
workshops, right?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think trust is super foundational. I think it's
yeah,
like the first principles of
yeah,
team.
yeah,
Now, while reflecting on this, I have a personal situation that I had to recalibrate and reevaluate trust.
yeah,
While I won't get into too much of details, let's say that, of course, I am a mother of twins right now. And so I'm going back to a domestic situation
yeah,
where when I was speaking to my support staff, who was helping me with the babies, I said, we need to help them have a better rhythm during the day with their food and play and sleep, so that they are able to enjoy better sleep in the night. And we are not disturbed in the night, and we can catch the additional few hours is really going to help us. So while I said this with an intention to solve and make life easier, the other person immediately thought that it was something as a lack of competency to her. And she said, "Look, ma'am, you don't trust me, and you think that I'm not supporting you." And I was like quite taken aback, because I wasn't even talking about trust or support. I was just saying, "Hey, we need to do this better because we're a team." But and this is what I later, when I reflected, is what happens in organizations. Like when you are at the moment when we believe that it exists, and we don't need to keep talking about it or bringing it up in every interaction. But in times of stress, how does it really show up? Well, I had to sort this out by clarifying my expectations, communicating, and making her feel that this is not about her, it's about that situation. And really understanding how we both should build some self regulation practices. If I'm fire, how can she be the water? And if
yeah,
she's fire, how should I be the water?
yeah,
That we're able to get this better with the children. But that's exactly what we can take back to organizations as well, because communication of expectations, clarity is all happening. But self regulation is a very important aspect. And we
right,
leave self regulation to the individual. But
right,
self regulation also works in pairs, because I think it's the way in which your environment supports you to regulate yourself
yeah,
is going to help you practice self regulation. Because in times of stress, when we know it, and when we see the reactions come in the other person, how much are we having this cushioning, or what do you say, this shock absorbing capacity to help the other person and therefore help ourselves, right? And
right.
that's the mindset when teams have to work. The other day, I think, watching one of the interviews by Shiv Kumar, head of managing director of Pepsi. He was saying that one of the biggest things that people have to start reflecting on in workplace is, do you have buddies? We become so isolated, right? And
Yeah.
so therefore we just think that we're alone. How is the team working with a buddy system, right? How are people working? Do I have somebody as a support? And I think that's going to be very important for the teams to function as they move into the future, right? I mean, so that trust is not really something that is questioned, but I think it can be practiced at every interaction, and most so in stressful situations. But I think it's important to, to believe that we need to create a system for support, and a system that will help the trust to be lived.